That time, y'all. Dr. Slump, episode 16. Regardless of the bar, y'all know by now, I finished the episode. If you haven't seen it yet, spoilers ahead. Come back to this video after you watch the episode because I'm breaking it down just a little bit. Shout out to Dr. Ben. Do y'all realize he is the reason everything turned out as good as it did? He got Jung-woo back into operating. He helped Jung-woo get over his PTSD. He got Han-Well back into doing the anesthesiology. He provided them both a way to keep getting paychecks. He is helping them both move forward. This dude is the saving grace of the show. He helped her realize that love can be sweet and isn't something that has to turn sour. He is a good father. He is going to be a good stepfather if they get married, because they're officially dating right now, but there was no marriage proposal or anything. But the families have met, the kids have interacted, it's going well. So he is the unsung hero. He is the unsung hero of this series. Without him, Jung-woo would have spiraled into a deeper, darker depression. He never would have gotten over his PTSD. Han-well never would have gotten back. Well, she probably would have got back into anesthesiology, but allowing her to work in his clinic and to work with Jung-woo definitely helped them bond closer and get over their traumas. Easily the best character in the show. Without him, none of what happened in this episode would have happened. And I also forgot, he is the one that encouraged Jung-woo at the end of this episode to open his own clinic. He literally fired him and said, "It's time for you to move on, dog." And when he was explaining it to Hong-ran, he was telling her that Jung-woo would never bring it up. Jung-woo would have stayed there forever because he would have felt indebted. That's not what he wanted. His sole purpose, this is a good friend. His sole purpose was to build up Jung-woo, was to give him space to become himself again, and then let him spread his wings and fly. So when he realized Jung-woo was okay, he got that money, he was like, "Dog, you can't stay here. Go back and open your own practice. It's time for you to get back to being who you are. You don't belong here. You belong in your own place. Go do that." And Jung-woo was surprised at first, but appreciative. Moving on. This dude is another unsung hero of the show. He was the one that was helping Han-well and Jung-woo get over their depression. And I really like, this was their last session. So he had her take the test over again. And you got to see the dramatic improvements. Asking the same questions. Are you satisfied with life? Are you happy? Do you look back and think on your life as all failures? All of that stuff. You got to see how she changed. And in this last interaction, when Han-well is looking around the office and seeing all the sad people, he's breaking it down like, yeah, it's a lot of pain in this room. But you know what? When they talk to me and when they're done here, when I'm walking them out like I'm doing with you, it's going to be okay. So she goes, "Does that mean they're happy now?" And he says, "No, not at all. That means that they know that when misfortune strikes again, they're strong enough to get through it. When they think, oh, how could this happen to me? They'll know that, oh, I'll get another chance. Oh, next time it'll be different. Oh, I'll do better again." That's some profound knowledge. That's crazy. She was like, "Are they happy when they leave?" And he, to be as honest and as transparent, no. But they're able to accept reality. They're able to accept the things that happen that they can't control and realize that that doesn't define them. That's crazy. But this whole last session they had, oh man, powerful stuff. I love this scene too. Not really important, but let's touch on it. Bada is working at the Milmyeon with Uncle Taeson. He's doing his thing. He promised that if Han-well got better after an accident, he would work hard in life. And it's nice to see he's keeping that promise. He saved up money from his checks, and for the first time, he's buying his mother something. Also, for the first time ever, he treated Han-well to a meal instead of asking Han-well to treat him. So not really important to the show, but just good to see that progress is being made with every character. When Jung-woo opened his new practice, I think this scene was important because they showed us a flashback when he opened his first office. He was driving an Audi. It was a super rich, fancy, high-tech looking building. And now we see, I'm assuming he rode in on a moped with this kind of rinky-dink looking building. And the difference is, before the accident in his past clinic, he had hundreds of patients with a bunch of different doctors helping him. And when he gets into this building, it feels so much more precious to him. And when he's talking to Han-well, he says, "I don't really need a lot of doctors. I'm going to have a small clientele, and I'm going to really build a repertoire. I'm going to get to know these people." And from there, If I can handle it, we'll continue to build. So we get to see the shift in mindset and how he's going to run this business. This business, he's going to run it more like close-knit and more connected to his patients than the last one. Okay, also not really important. Last thing before we get to what pissed me off, the uncle met up with his first love, and I guess they're both still single, no kids, no marriage. So they'll probably, rekindle an old flame. Now let's get to what pissed me off here. If you made it all the way to the end, at the epilogue, we see the pictures from the wedding, all the stuff they did during the show. They go back to those places and they kind of take pictures to see like, oh, this is what built our relationship, and now we're married because of this stuff. The Tetris place, I think they did the karaoke place. They're on top of the rooftop where the cabbages and stuff were built. They got married and there was never any sign of Jung-woo's family. They never brought that back up. His family, for all we know, wasn't even there at the wedding reception. Never reached out to get his parents' approval or to see what they think. And not necessarily that they have to, but I just think for the beginning of the show, how they kind of let us know that Jung-woo has that empty hole where his parents never gave him love. And we got to see how his parents kind of treated him like an object instead of a human. We never got to see him bring up how he feels about his parents to his parents, which I thought would have gave him a little more closure, because now he's going to be part of Han-Wel's family. He is going to blend in with her family. She is not going to mix with his family. Let's not get that twisted. So now it's just the way this ended and the way this marriage scene was, is kind of like he broke off all ties to his parents. Now, I don't know if that's true or not. I was really hoping they don't even have to necessarily be in person. I was at least a phone call letting them know, hey, I'm getting married. Y'all were big influence on stuff in my life, but I felt like XYZ and now I'm going to do this for me. We didn't get any of that. We didn't get any conversation with his parents at all. No closure there. So we're left thinking he got married without telling his parents and that he's probably never going to talk to his parents again. That's kind of what I think. And again, his parents are crappy human beings. Well, are they crappy? Kind of. They didn't really care for him. Again, they used him as an object to make their selves look better. So I just really wish he would have got at least a last conversation and some closure, and she would have been a good support for that closure as well. But yeah, we don't even know if his parents were okay with the wedding, if they attended. We don't know what's going on. So to me, he cut off all relations to that side of his family, and he's just going to be with Han-Wel's family from now on. So that kind of pissed me off. I wanted that closure for him. But overall, Dr. Slump, man, I really hate when a good series ends because it does leave a hole in my heart a little bit. I cried multiple times throughout this season. Because I say there's at least 3 that I know of, maybe 4. Even this last episode, the way everything kind of tied up was beautiful, except for that one piece where I was pissed off with him not contacting his parents. But this cracks my top 10 of K-dramas. I don't think it cracks my top 5, because when things were going bad, this is going to sound bad. When things were going bad, we had great storyline, great plot development. The last 2 episodes, everything was peachy keen. It was kind of boring, bro. I'm not gonna lie, it was kind of boring and dry. So that's the only reason I don't think it'll crack top 5. I watch a lot of K-dramas, but for sure, my emotions were invested in the show, so it's easily in my top 10. Do y'all want to see my top 10? Go check out my YouTube, youtube.com/uncrowned otaku. I'll put up my top 10 K-dramas over there. Dr. Slump, GG, Queen of Tears is next. Oh, I love K-dramas, dog. Overall, solid ass series.